That was a grand entrance there. Welcome everybody to Ashley for the Arts and to Timberwork's Lumberjack Show. My name's Dave. I'm going to be your host, your commentator, your scorekeeper for today's Lumberjack contest. Folks, we have a great one lined up for you here today. We got two professional Lumberjacks. I'm going to get them out here in just a minute. They're going to be competing head-to-head in several different events of modern-day Lumberjack competition. How many folks have seen timber sports before? Let me see a show of hands out there. All right, lots of you. How many folks have never seen timber sports before? That should be the rest of you. If you've been tuning into the Steel Timber Sports series on ESPN, or maybe you've seen a local show or a competition live before, you're going to be familiar with a lot of the stuff taking place up here today. But for those of you who are not so familiar with the sport, before we get started, if I could, I'd like to take just a quick minute and I'll give you a little bit of history on some of the stuff that we're going to be doing. All the different events, all the disciplines you will see today have all come about from the day-to-day work of the old-time lumberjacks in the woods in North America many years ago. Before logging trucks, before heavy equipment, before chainsaws, all the work was done by hand. Crosscut saws, similar to these, and axes were the tools of the trade that these men used every single day to help harvest the timber that built our growing nation. Now, back in the mid to late 1800s, early part of the 1900s, as we all know, at that point, America was very rapidly growing westward. Well, this westward push required a lot of lumber. Now, to meet that demand, the timber barons from the east began to look in a westerly direction as well. And at that point, they set their sights on the upper Midwest, Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the vast white pine stands that stood up north at that time. Now, they would hire the lumberjacks in the fall of the year. All the pine logging was done during the winter months. The men were hired in the fall. They were sent up into the north woods where they spent the entire winter season living in logging camps, many times far away from their homes and families. They spent every day cutting these huge pine trees down. As soon as that tree hit the ground, they'd grab an axe, start knocking the limbs off, then come along with the crosscut saw and cut this tree into more manageable lengths. They'd use horses and oxen, and later times steam engines to move this timber from the forest. They would take the logs that they had cut, they would stack them beside the nearest riverway. All winter long, you'd see huge piles of logs growing along these northern riverbanks. Now, in the spring of the year, when the snow and ice melted and the rivers began to open up, they'd simply bust the staves from under the piles. The logs would tumble into the river and begin to float downstream. This is how they got the logs delivered to some of the larger sawmills. They'd float them down the rivers. Now, once the logs made it to the mill, the lumberjack's job was done. And before they went to work at their summer job, they'd gather in some of these old rough and rowdy sawmill towns for an annual lumberjack competition. These men were very proud of the work that they did. Each guy thinking that maybe they were faster than the person working next to them. Maybe they thought they deserved a little bit more money. Well, folks, the only way to find out who was the best was with a competition just like we're going to have right now. So, in the spirit of competition, ladies and gentlemen, what I would like to do is divide you folks into two teams. Does that sound okay? Yeah, you can't have a competition without having sides, right? We're going to make two logging camps today. Now, I'm going to give each camp a lumberjack to cheer for. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your job today to cheer your lumberjack on. Now, you can hoop and holler. You can make noise. You can stomp in the bleachers. You can throw kids in the air. I don't care. Get behind your lumberjack. Help them win the points. And we're going to keep score as we go along, and we'll pick a champion logging camp at the end of it all. So, let's see. I'm going to keep it easy here. Right between these two sets of bigger bleachers. That's going to be my dividing line, all right? Now, everybody from the center all the way over here today, you folks are going to be going crazy. You're going to be cheering on the lumberjack for logging camp number 9. That's right. Camp 9, you have brought your best lumberjack to this contest. He's the best in your camp. He's rough, he's tough, he's mean. He's going to win, right? There we go. From the middle all the way over here today, you folks are going to be cheering on the lumberjack for logging camp number 13. There we go. Camp 13, you don't like that camp number 9 lumberjack. No. Oh, you don't like him at all. As a matter of fact, you think he's a big wimp. Your guy's going to come out here today, he's going to kick some you-know-what, right? Now, one other thing, very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get this contest started. I want to teach you an old-time lumberjack cheer that dates back for many years. Some of you might be familiar with this if you've been up to the Lumberjack World Championships in Hayward. It's an old-time cheer. It's very simple, a way to get behind your guy, let him know you want him to win. Here's how it goes. It goes, yo-ho! Yo-ho! Not bad, not bad. We got to get these guys fired up, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be trying to win a competition. We got to get them going here. We're going to practice just once. Camp 9 only on the count of 3. I want to hear your biggest, loudest, rowdiest yo-ho you can muster. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Sounding great. Camp 13, can you do better than that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah! You guys are sounding perfect. Are you ready to meet your Lumberjacks? Woo! Let's get them out here. I'm going to bring out camp number 13 over here. Your Lumberjack comes from Coleskill, New York. Now, we hire Lumberjacks from all over the country. This guy here got his start back when he was in college a few years ago. He was on his collegiate timber sports college. He not only was one of the best in his school, he was one of the best in the Northeast region. He has since gone on to compete professionally a couple of years ago, competing in the rookie division of the Steel Timber Sports Series on ESPN. He travels all over North America, competing in shows and competitions. He's working for Camp 13 today. Let's hear it for your Lumberjack, AJ Fletcher! Yeah! Camp 9, listen. A little bit of a problem here on Camp 9. Maybe it's my fault, okay? I see some people clapping over here whenever AJ comes out. You're not going to clap for this guy. No, you are not going to cheer for Camp number 13. As a matter of fact, when you guys see Camp 13 doing well, what are you going to do? There you go, Camp 13. When you see Camp 9 doing well, let me hear it. What are you going to do? And now that we got that established, Camp 9, we have something for you folks to cheer for. Your Lumberjack comes from Wisconsin Dells. Right in the middle of Wisconsin. Now, that's where he got his start in the sport about 9 years ago. He as well has competed in the Steel Timber Sports Rookie Division alongside of AJ here. And he is an annual competitor at the Lumberjack World Championships, competing in many different disciplines. And speed climbing being one of his favorite. He's a chopper, he's a sawyer, he's a speed climber, he's a log roller. Let's hear it for your Lumberjack Camp 9, Chet Isaacson. Folks, we are going to get this thing started right now. We're going to kick it off with the single bucket cross-cut saw race. One man, one saw, one disc of wood. Very simple. First guy to get all the way through the log, have a complete wood disc, hit the deck, is going to win the first point of our competition. Camp number 9. Let's make some noise for Chet over here. Camp number 13. Yeah! Let's get them started here. Folks, the louder you cheer, the faster they go. Let's get them going. Sawyer's ready. 1, 2, go. Feet of hardened steel, 87 razor sharp cutting teeth on each of those saws. Oh, Chet with a little bit of trouble. Camp number 13. There you go. Chet's going to finish it off for you, Camp 9. That log moved just a little bit, made him break that cookie off. Camp number 13. You have the first part of our competition. Now, as promised, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to keep score as we go along here. So, to help do that, so I don't get confused, and to help you folks follow along as well, we are going to enlist the help of these little fellows right here. Oh, yeah. These little chainsaw carved bears are going to help us out. Now, each team that gets a point is going to get a bear placed on their side. So, keep an eye on the bears. They'll tell you who is in the lead. Camp number 13. Here you go. First, bear. Folks, we are going to move down in front for an axe throwing competition. Axe throwing wasn't actually a job in the woods, more of a form of recreation. If the man had a little bit of time off on a Sunday, they'd take those double bit axes. They'd throw it at a log. Well, we've painted the target on the log here. So we're going to give each competitor a warm-up throw each, and then 3 scoring throws. Best total of the 3 will win the point for their team. Here's AJ with his warm-up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly why they get a warm-up. All right. All right. Apparently we're sharing an axe here today. Keeping it fair. Here goes Chet. He's going to take a warm-up as well. All right. Yeah, settle down there, Camp 9. That's a warm-up. All right, here's how the scoring is going to go. If they hit the green ring on the outside of the target, they get 1 point. If they touch yellow paint at all, that is 3 points. Red bullseye's 5. AJ is up first. Make some noise for him, Camp 13. You can heckle him, Camp 9. He's right there in front of you. That is 0. All right, here goes Chet with his first throw. Let's see what Chet can do here. And that's a great throw. That that is a 3 points. 3 points. They don't need to have the entire axe in that highest color. They just need to touch the next highest color, and that counts. So he's got some yellow on that. Here goes AJ. AJ maybe should have had a little more breakfast this morning. All right, here we go. Throw 2 for Camp 13, and that is a 1 point throw. Well, he hit the target this time, Camp 13. A marked improvement. All right, second throw for Chet coming up. See if he can hit that bullseye. Make some noise for him, Camp 9. He cannot. That's another 3. He has 6. All right, the door is open for AJ here. He needs a good throw. Camp number 13. Can he hit that bullseye? The bullseye looks pretty small up there. That is a 3-point throw. Ooh. And AJ has 4. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to give Chet one more throw here anyway. See if he can hit that bullseye for you, Camp number 9. He says, yeah, I want one more shot at that bullseye. And there we go. He does not quite do it. Camp number 9. Winning the axe throw. Camp number 9, you get your first bear. All right, here, send him over, Chet. Well, folks, we're going to put down our throwing axes. We're going to pick up our racing axes. We're going to get up here on the deck and move into a springboard chopping contest. Now, springboard originated back in the day when the men had to get above the base of some of these large pine trees they were cutting for any number of reasons. One of the most common reasons was these old growth pines had many times a rotten section at the bottom of the tree. It wasn't any good for lumber. They didn't want to waste their time chopping through a portion of the tree that had no value. So to get above the rot at the bottom of the tree, they chop a little notch or a pocket into the tree, insert the steel-toed springboard, and standing on these planks get as high as they needed to onto the side of the tree. Now, this is one of the most dangerous and the most difficult chops in lumberjack sports today. They're standing on an 8-inch wide board. They are swinging a 6.5-pound razor-sharp axe, both right and left-handed. Now, you'll see the men go most of the way through this block on their strong side, but they must take at least one hit on the backside in order to make it a legal chop. All right, folks, these guys are both good springboard choppers. This should be a great race. Camp number 9, let's hear it for your man Chet over here, hoping to get the lead. Camp number 13. A fantastic springboard chopper. Let's see who it's going to be. Choppers ready. 1, 2, go! Cheer them on, they can hear you. AJ is into that block. Cheer them on, ladies and gentlemen. Chet is right there as well. You are going to see some dinner plate sized chips coming out of these blocks. Help them out, folks. Those guys in past the middle of that block. When they can go no further on their front side, they will go to the back side. Chet is around. AJ is around as well. Help them out, folks. There it goes. That's and there's AJ, one swing behind. Camp number 9. Getting the lead. Getting another bear over here on Camp 9's side. Hair bears. Well, folks, what we have seen so far are kind of traditional lumberjack events, right? We've had the crosscut saws, we've had the axes, of course. We're going to modernize things now for this next one, folks. We're going to be breaking out some chainsaws for this next event. Yeah. We're using steel chainsaws, the #1 selling saw in the world, and a proud sponsor of Timberwork Lumberjack Show. Now, you can't go to a big box store and buy a steel. You got to go to your local independent servicing dealer. Cool thing about that is every steel dealer all across the country, and there's over 10,000 of them, have all got the trained professional staff in-house to not only help you select the right tool for your job, but give you great service after the sale as well. Now, when a new guy came into the logging camp in the fall of the year, when a buckweeder, as they were called, showed up and said, hey boss, I want a job as a lumberjack. You know, the camp boss didn't know whether to hire this fella. He didn't know if he had any skills. So for the buckweeders, many times what they would do is they'd give him a little test. Over the first couple of days, you might see him give the new guy several jobs to do, maybe several tools to use. The camp boss could keep an eye on them, assess their skills, and then fit them into the logging operation as they saw fit. Well, we have taken the test and we made it a race. We called our choker set relay race, and it's going to be taking place, of course, right down in front of you folks here. I will also point out, ladies and gentlemen, while the guys are getting prepared, they have put on some extra safety clothing for this event. You will see this. We always recommend, if you're using a chainsaw, please take a few seconds and put on the appropriate safety clothing. Hearing and eye protection, of course, steel-toed shoes, the black chaps you see the men wearing over their pants contain several layers of Kevlar that will, in fact, stop that chain and prevent a cut to your leg if that saw should accidentally come in contact. Very, very important stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Always wear your personal protective equipment when using a chainsaw or any power tool for that matter. All right, the guys are going to warm up these saws, and I'll tell you how this race is going to go. Saws apparently are pretty warm. All right, here's how it's going to go, ladies and gentlemen. It is a relay style event. A lot of stuff happening in a short amount of time. On my count, they will take those orange handle tools. They are called cant hooks. With that cant hook, they're going to roll my 4-foot log over and place it into the log in the center using only the cant hook. Put the cant hook down, run over, start the chainsaw, got a disc out the end of the log, shut the saw off, place it safe down on the ground, grab a choker cable, run back over, wrap it around the original 4-foot log. Pull that out of the bump, onto the ground. First got to do all that with no cheating. It's going to be the winner. Any questions? No questions? Good. All right, I'll lead you through it as we go along. You guys keep an eye on them and make sure they don't cheat. Camp number 9. Let's hear it for Chip Isaacson. Camp number 13 makes a noise for AJ. All right, AJ hoping to tie this thing up. Camp 13. Let's get them started. Competitors ready. 1, 2, go! There they go. The log needs to go to the center and it needs to go into the bump. Both logs are in there. They got to race for that chainsaw. On the ground, they're going to get that choker cable. It needs to be set around that log. Who's it going to be? Oh, AJ with a slip there. I thought he lost it, but Camp 13, AJ pulled it out over there. Winning another bear. I'll tell you what, folks, these guys make that event look easy. There is a lot of stuff happening, and a lot of stuff could go wrong at any given point. But Camp 13 tying it up with a win in the choker set. Well, folks, since the guys do have their safety clothing on already, what do you say we jump into another chainsaw event here? Yeah. These saws here are a little bit different. We call these stock modified hot saws, which simply means we have started with stock steel chainsaws. Right out of the box, these saws have had some engine work. They have had some carburetor modifications. They have been fitted, as you can see, with this custom exhaust pipe. When you put all that stuff together, what it does, it lets that saw breathe a lot easier. It gets more air and fuel stuffed into that engine, letting them run a lot faster, a lot leaner, a lot louder. Now, the guys are going to warm these up as well. A couple of things before they do. Number 1, do not go home and modify your chainsaw. Okay? yeah, I know. Some of you guys were thinking about that already. These saws have been modified, not necessarily for longevity, but for this very short race. Number 2, these saws are very loud. So, if you have sensitive hearing, especially small kids, you might want to put some hands over some ears. These ones are pretty loud. Go ahead, guys. Fire them up. I told you they were loud. Saws are warmed up. This will be a cold start. Saw is off and on the deck. Their hands will be on top of that saw log. When I say go, they fire up that saw, cut 3 discs. 3. 1 down, 1 up, 1 down. In that order. First guy with 3 on the ground is going to win the point. Camp number 13. Let's go! Camp number 9 makes a noise for a check. Here we go. This is the go-ahead point, ladies and gentlemen. Sawyer's ready. 1, 2, go! Camp number 13! AJ rubbing it in there. Well, sir, I'll tell you what, man. These chainsaw events seem to be your forte today. You're doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah. If you guys like that, you're going to love the next one. I guarantee victory.
Yeah, you got to guarantee a victory. How are you going to guarantee a victory in Lumberjack contest?
Couple of reasons. One, I'm really good at it. Two, I practice all the time. And three, I'm just better looking than Chet is.
Okay, those are definitely three reasons, but they don't guarantee you the win. How are you so sure you're going to win?
That's not important, Dave.
I'm kind of curious, and I know these folks would like to know, AJ, how are you going to guarantee a win?
I'm the only one in it.
That's what I thought. We're not going to give them a point for this, all right? We're going to step away from our contest here for just a quick minute. I think you folks are really going to enjoy this. Now, whenever we have a lumberjack on our team with any kind of a special skill or talent, we like to give them a moment in the show to sort of showcase that talent. Now, AJ is not only a great competitor, he is a great artist. He is a chainsaw carver, okay? And many of you have probably seen chainsaw carvings before, but the thing that sets AJ apart from most other chainsaw artists, he's incredibly fast. He's what we call a speed carver. Ladies and gentlemen, with your permission today, we'd like AJ to demonstrate his speed carving technique. Would you like to see that? Yeah! Right on, AJ, what are you going to carve for the folks today?
It's going to be a small, furry, woolly creature I saw on my way over.
All right, a little animal. Good idea. What animal is it going to be?
Well, I'm going to make them guess as I go along.
Going to make them guess. So I'll tell you what, you do go very fast, as I said. I see some kids out there. Why don't you give everybody some hints, folks? If you can figure out what he's going to carve by these hints, just holler out the answer.
Hey, he's got long, fluffy ears, little fluff tail, sitting hop down to around each time. What is it? It's a bunny.
It's going to be a bunny. All right. AJ's going to carve your bunny rabbit. Get ready, folks. This guy is mighty quick. All right. So he's got that top leveled off. We're going to get started with the rabbit right now. What?
Eyes, nose, ears, tastes like chicken.
That's your rabbit. That doesn't look like a rabbit to me. I've never seen a bunny that looked like that. Where did you see one?
Well, like I said, on my way in today, out on the highway, just like that. It's okay, it's with his family.
Yeah, no, we are. What's a rabbit doing on the highway?
He was sleeping.
Why would a rabbit be sleeping on the highway?
You know, I don't know, but I backed up to check on him. He looked real tired.
Yeah, get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to accept that for a carved rabbit, are we?
No!
We are not. Should we give Chet a shot at the block?
Yeah!
All right, we're going to give him one chance. He's also quite a renowned chainsaw carver. Chet, I've seen you carve a lot of cool stuff, but I've never seen you carve a bunny, but that's what the folks are expecting here today. Can you carve him a bunny rabbit?
Well, that's right. You guys want to see a real bunny?
Yeah!
All right, I'll give you one. Here we go.
All right, we're going to give him one shot at the block, folks. What do you got? Oh, look at that. All right. Yeah. He's got some ears started. What's next? The hard part is next, he says. You done? All right, let's take a look here. That's your red. What do I think? That's your rabbit, is it?
Yeah, it's probably the best rabbit I've ever carved.
You're pretty proud of that thing, are you? You're not going to show them that.
What do you mean, of course I'm going to show you? You guys want to see him, right? Yeah, you want to see my rabbit? Get your cameras out.
Do not show them. Do not applaud for that. Look, all right, I'll tell you what. The ears are pretty good. You started off good. The face, I don't know what happened there. You got to put some more detail on this rabbit.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that part. All right, I'll tell you what, we'll do that next.
You're going to do what next?
Detail. Yeah, I can fit that right there in the back.
All right. How about some more facial features, that sort of detail?
Oh, you want facial features? I tell you what, I'll come around to the front, I'll put some whiskers on this rabbit. Every rabbit has whiskers, right?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, and then I tell you what, finishing us off today, a brand new cut, never done this one live, but we got a good crowd. So I tell you what, I'll pull out the new one, the Fluffy Furry Eyebrow.
The eyebrow on a rabbit. Okay, well, whatever. You're the artist. You do whatever you got to do here. Detail is first. Hey, there's the tail, apparently. Whiskers next. Oh. What did you do? Move. Let me see what you... Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's, okay, whisker, mustache. Right there. Gave the rabbit a mustache.
No, Dave, that's not a mustache. Did I just see you touch that thing?
I did touch it, but it's not a mustache. What is it?
It's a booger.
All right, what do you got left here?
I got one cut, the Fluffy Furry Eyebrow.
The eyebrow. This I got to see. All right, one more cut, folks.
Here we go.
Hey, stop! Too deep. Now you've done it. You can't fix it, Jen. I can't cover for you. Everybody just saw you. You ruined it.
No. Check it out. Fluffy Furry Eyebrow.
No. You think that's special. Yeah, you wrecked it. In front of everybody here, you just decapitated that rabbit.
I don't think you heard a thing.
Yeah, he didn't hear a thing because you cut his little ears right off. How could you do that in front of everybody?
Hold on, pump the brakes here. Kind of sounds like you're trying to blame me for this.
We're the only guy with a chainsaw. If it's not your fault, whose fault is it?
It's pretty clear that it's all Dave's fault, right?
Yeah. How in the world was that my fault?
Everybody saw I was trying out this new, brand new cut. It was going pretty good, right? Yeah, it was going really good until Dave over here started to distract me. You were yelling at me. You made me look over there to maybe do it.
You're telling everybody I made you cut the head off the rabbit.
No. All I'm saying is he made me cut a hair too deep.
Sit down. Sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Somebody apparently was out a little late last night. We're going to make him practice before the next show. We're going to try again. So you just get ready for your next event. I'll be there. Hey, look what you carved there.
It's an earless rabbit with a booger. Whoop-de-doo.
I'm talking about the rabbit. I'm talking about that cute little thing you're sitting on. Yeah, that's cute. Why don't you get up and show everybody?
Hey, you think they want to see?
Yeah, show them what you're sitting on there. That's pretty cool. What? Not that! Not that. I'm talking about that. That's pretty cool. What do you call that thing?
It looks like purely by accident I carved myself a little Lumberjack or Jill hair chair. This one's a bit too small for me though, so I tell you what, if there's any little ones out in the crowd that want to take this home, it's a cool souvenir from Timberwork's Lumberjack Show, Steel Chainsaws, Duluth Trading Company, here at Ashley for the Arts. Here's what you gotta do. You gotta stand up, you gotta jump up and down, you gotta scream, yo-ho! Who wants to take the chair home? Let's see, how about this little girl in the gray over here? Do you want the chair, honey? All right, come on over. Come try it out for me. Yeah, let's give her a nice round of applause. Try it out. Let's see if it fits. Check it out. Perfect. All right, now the chair's not for you. Okay, I need a few things. Can I get a high five? You stay right there for me. Can you do it? Can you give me a big yo-ho? That definitely works. One last thing. Did you come with anybody today? Mom, Dad, Grandpa, Grandma in the crowd? Does anybody want to claim the show? Right there. Sir, can she have the chair?
Yeah, she can have it.
Awesome. That'll be $20, man.
That is not $20. That's a little gift from Timberworks Lumberjack Show and Ashley for the Arts. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause again for our hair chair tester. Yeah. Keep it going for Grandpa that gets to drag that thing around the rest of the day now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to quit messing around here. We're going to get into one of the most fast-paced, exciting events in Lumberjack competition today. I am talking about the speed climbing. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to see some speed climbing? Folks, this is not just a race to the top of these 45-foot spire poles, but a race up and down. You'll see the men race to the top. You'll see them thrill that rope so it hits that orange line at the very top of the tree, and then it's a race right back down to the deck. First guy, of course, up and down is going to win the point. While Chet's getting his gear on there, we always like to take the time, make sure these guys have their gear fastened on safely and securely. I'll tell you a little bit about the clothing sponsor of Timberwork Lumberjack Show, Duluth Trading Company. Everybody's heard of Duluth Trading Company, right? You betcha. I'll tell you what, we've been partnered with Duluth Trading now for about 9 years, I think. And they've outfitted us top to bottom. We got the Flex Fire Hose pants on. We got the free swinging flannels, which means these flannel shirts have some back pleats there. They also have a little extra material there behind the arm, so your shirt doesn't bind up. Gives the guys great freedom of movement and flexibility. They also have a fantastic women's line as well. Our Lumberjills are always rocking the women's line, the Duluth Trading. Folks, if you haven't had a chance to try out their clothing yet, you owe it to yourself. I promise you will not be disappointed. Super, super comfortable and long-wearing clothing as well. All right. These poles are 45 feet high. Chet just got done competing at the Lumberjack World Championships last weekend up in Hayward, climbing 90-foot poles. So if you can imagine, twice this height. They race to the top and back down. A very crazy event indeed. All right, 45 feet up, 45 feet down, camp number 13. Let's hear it for your man, A.J. Fletcher. Camp number 9, let's hear it for Chet Isaacson. Let's get them going, ladies and gentlemen. Climbers ready. Camp. 1, 2, go. Cheer them on. They're racing for the top of the stream. Both of these guys, excellent speed climbers. Chet's about to throw ahead. He's there. AJ's there. And there's the race back down to the bank. Chet Isaacson, camp number 9. You guys want to see that again? 3:30. With that win, Chet has secured another bear for camp number 9. If we count closely, we can tell we are 3 points apiece. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one event left. And then guess what that event will be? Log rolling. You guys are good guessers. The guys are backstage, so they're getting out of their climbing gear, they're getting into their log rolling shoes. We're going to come out here in the pond and have the best 2 falls out of 3 log rolling match. While the guys are getting ready there, I just want to take a really quick second, once again, thank our national sponsors, Steel Power Equipment and Duluth Trading Company. Also thank the folks at Ashley Furniture and the folks at Ashley for the Arts for inviting us to come perform the Lumberjack Show for you folks this weekend. It is our pleasure, ladies and gentlemen. We're based out of Hayward, Wisconsin. We travel basically all over North America for about 11 months of the year, performing lumberjack shows at all sorts of different type of venues. And we're very, very proud to be back here at Ashley for the Arts. Here's what I was going to mention about the little bears as well. They are for sale after the show. If you'd like to check out these little chainsaw car bears, come on over and see us. We can hook you up there. Or if you just want to come and meet your lumberjacks, we'll be right down front here. The guys would be happy to chat with you, sign an autograph. If the kids want to get an autograph wood chip, or we like to call these lumberjack cookies, they can grab one of those. The guys would be happy to autograph that as well. Don't be shy. We'll be right down in front here. I always like visiting with people after the show. If you do happen to grab a photo or whatever, please feel free to share it with us on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. We're on all those social media sites, and we always love seeing any photos or comments from our travels around the country. Now, a little bit about the sport of log rolling here. It actually came about from the days of the river drive. If you remember at the start of the show, I mentioned to get the logs to the sawmill, they float them down the rivers. Now you have to keep in mind, a lot of these northern rivers in the spring of the year were literally filled with timber. It wasn't a few thousand logs, it was literally millions of board feet of pine, all rushing down with these flood-swollen rivers. Some of the larger rivers, the Mississippi, the St. Croix, the Black River over the Flambeau over in Wisconsin, the Ford River in Michigan, all basically a moving carpet of logs. Now, the most skilled lumberjacks in the camp were called river pigs. That was their nickname. And the river pigs' job was to ride along the top of these floating logs, steering them. They needed to get these logs straight down the rivers and not get jammed up in the corners of the rivers or whatever. They wanted every stick of timber they had cut to reach the sawmill because they did not get paid until the logs reached the mill and could be tallied up. So very, very, very important work and very dangerous work as well. Now, it's from this very dangerous job that we get our modern day sport. The rules to log rolling, very simple. They can't cross the red line in the middle of the log, and they can't touch each other. Anything else goes. They can spin that log, change direction, splash water, spit tobacco juice, do whatever they want to do to knock their opponent off his concentration and into the water. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is the best 2 falls out of 3. How many are cheering for Chet Isaacson, camp number 9? Who's cheering for AJ Fletcher, camp number 13? Folks, we got a favorite log rolling song. It's going to come on here. Why don't you put your hands together, pick your favorite lumberjack, cheer them on. Let's get them out there, folks. You'll see these guys staring at each other's feet. Incredible concentration. And there's a water splash by Chet. He wins the first ball. The water splashing is legal. Trying to get some water up into AJ's eyes there. Distract him. All right, camp number 9, you're up by 1 ball. So if you win the next one, camp 9 wins the whole thing. Camp number 13, AJ needs to win to stay in it. Get behind him. If AJ wins, we'll get into that third and deciding ball for the championship here today. There's a water splash by Chet. AJ chucking the safety flat. Well, camp 13, AJ won that for you. Camp 9, your man's the loser in more ways than one. But hey, don't worry, we're going to get right back out there for fall number 3. We're going to get right back out there. Come here. Get over here. Where do you think you're going? You can't go home. We're in the middle of a log rolling match. What happened out there?
I thought that was pretty obvious, no?
What I meant was, how did that happen?
It's a different question. You know, I saw AJ was off balance there, so I figured I'd throw him in the drink with a brand new move. Double whammy water king.
Double whammy! Never heard of that. How's that go?
Oh, you splash water with both feet at the same time, so you secret throws.
Yeah, apparently that secret didn't go so good. Wow, things went bad for you there.
You know, I think I gotta practice more. I tell you what, my left leg shot left, my right leg shot right, my body didn't know what to do, went straight down whammo. Woo.
Whammo! Wow, you've been down there hard. Did you hurt yourself?
What kind of question is that? You guys saw what happened, right? Yeah, I came down pretty hard right there on my elbow.
See, other than your elbow, how do you feel?
Oh, I'm starting to feel like a whole new man.
I bet you are. Can you get back out for one more fall? You guys want to see one more? Sure enough, folks, we can't leave this thing a tie. Let's get these lumberjacks back out there. Fall number 3, this one's for the championship. Pick your favorite, cheer them on. Here we go. They're in a running match. They're facing the same direction on the log. They can't touch each other. Oh, he's in trouble. Winning our championship here today. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for both of our lumberjacks out there? A great competition, a hard-fought battle. Folks, thank you so much for coming and sharing a part of your day with us. We appreciate each and every one of you on behalf of our lumberjacks. That's AJ Fletcher. That's Chet Isaacson. My name is Dave. We want to leave you all with one last lumberjack. Yo-ho!